Hey everyone, welcome to the Cayman. Hey everyone, welcome to the first time in the Cayman. It is Saturday morning, heading into the office. I apologize for really no video updates lately. Things have just been slammed at the business, and it's a good thing to have, but I really wanted to get out like a first drive video type of thing with the Cayman. I've really just been driving it back and forth to work lately. You really haven't had time to really take it out on a good spin yet. But still, even my 5 to 6 minute commute into work, into the office is, it's an event. I love it. So thankfully, I don't run into much traffic going into the office, but it's stuff for people running across the street, not on a crosswalk. But I'm not sure if you can hear it really well. I do have the windows down a little bit, but just the sound. I was kind of concerned because the thing has no Bluetooth. It's just a standard stereo with a CD player, and so I was kind of thinking about what I would do for upgrading the radio and stuff like that. But why? I mean, when you hear this all the time, right in back of your head, and even for the smaller engine, mine's a base Cayman with a 2.7 liter. Even that sounds great, and the stock exhaust sounds great. I do have my eye on a certain aftermarket exhaust that I'll look to in the future. Probably Remus, but I still have to do way more research, and that won't be until next summer. I'm just going to enjoy this the way this is the rest of the summer. Again, it's been a dream. It passed inspection perfectly fine. I also had a company go through it, top to bottom. So the full top to bottom inspection went perfectly fine with a really well-known, German technician here in town. Was lucked out to have one here in town. Really knows what they're doing. So that went well. State inspection went just flawlessly, passed with flying colors. And as far as driving it, it's just so much fun. It's of course a little bit more work than the GTI to drive. Well, one, it's a standard. Obviously, it's a manual transmission, whereas the dual clutch in the GTI, even when you throw it into manual, it's nothing to drive. But there really is no power assist or anything in this. It's just straight to the wheels, which I love because you feel everything, and it's so crisp and clean to turn. It's such a different driving environment, and I've always loved Volkswagens. I've always loved my GTIs, and they've always been fun to drive. But this, and from other cars that I've owned, compared to German cars, German cars are just a step above as far as the driving experience goes. Whether you're talking BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Audi, whatever. And that was a step up from other cars that I've had, and I've loved that feeling. And I really didn't think it could get much better. And then I got this, and when you're talking mid-engine, rear-wheel drive. This was my first. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. This is not my first rear-wheel drive car. Actually, my first car was rear-wheel drive, and that was fun growing up in New Hampshire. But what more can be said? Everything is working flawlessly. There isn't a flaw in this thing whatsoever. I put in, and I'll throw some pictures up. I put some changes that I did on the rear of the car. Guess I can turn this off. The rear of the car, I put a dual-tipped exhaust tip on the back. Even though, since this is a base Cayman, it goes into the two exhausts coming to one and then go out. And it used to have an oval type of exhaust tip, so I put a black dual exhaust tip back there. Looks pretty cool. Let's see. I also put I removed the Volkswagen Beetle-esque type of round fog lights in the front. To me, it kind of looked like happy and go lucky kind of a look to the front, and I'm not really that crazy about it. Plus, mine were painted white. Sometimes, a lot of times they were painted black, so it didn't really show up very well. But mine were painted white, the original body color. So I swapped those out for LED fog lights, and they just transform the front of the car, make it look a lot more modern. People, I tell them this is a 2008, and they think it's new. But I did that. What else? I tossed in a cell phone holder down here, and you know, that's about it as far as right now. I have some plans for the future, like I said about the exhaust. I'm still going back and forth as far as I already bought the Porsche piece of vinyl decal that goes on the bottom just below the doors here on either side. That came standard on the Cayman R in 2012. Where the Cayman R came out, that came standard on that. But that type of Porsche decal has been on Porsches for generations, for decades. And I thought that's a cool look. Or the side grills. I kind of want those black as well, but with the side grills black and the Porsche vinyl down on the bottom, I think that's a bit too much. It looks a little too busy on the side, so I'm still trying to go back and forth as far as I'm going to do one, so I'm not sure exactly. At least the vinyl that I bought, it was only like $30, so it's not like I spent hundreds of dollars on those vinyls. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the 19-inch wheels. They are a little rough driving because I really want to use this as a driver's car. They look great with the 19-inch wheels. I mean, it just looks awesome. The thing that would just make it a little bit better is if they were powder coated black, like a flat black. If I end up keeping the 19-inch wheels, then I think that's what I'm going to do. If not, then I'm hunting around for somebody that maybe wants to trade their black 18-inch wheels. There are a few different types of Porsche wheels that I would like to go on this. So maybe I can work out some sort of trade with somebody. But other than that, that's it for this year. I just want to enjoy it. Thankfully, the way that I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not, whether you want to call it climate change or not, but growing up in New England, when I was a kid, we would always be wearing parkas, to go trick-or-treating. It was always that cold at the end of October, and we would always get snow in November. Whereas nowadays, I mean, really the first meaningful snow really doesn't happen until January, and it stays in the nice 50s and 60s all the way through November nowadays. So I'm definitely going to keep this out as long as I can. I'm not going to do anything ridiculous as far as throwing snow tires on it and driving it in the wintertime. No, I'll put it up in the garage, and I still have, you see the GTI over there? I need to get the GTI back to the house. But, that will be the everyday and summer and car. So that's it. I've talked a little bit too much here. I will be doing a much more in-depth video of the car when I have a free Sunday. I'll go take it out, shoot some more video, especially with the changes that I've made, and do a thorough review of it. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.